This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Sunset Trail travel trailer, model number 242BH. So this is not a sales video, it's more of a how-to video. I'm going to show you some of the features and how they work. So here we are at the door side rear. You have an outside kitchen here, as you can see. Pull out countertop with a grill on it, and let's see here, see if this one is permanently connected. Yes, it looks like it is. Let me make sure. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. So this has to be plugged in to the LP system. So under here there's going to be a quick connect for the LP system, which is right there. So you plug that hose right into there to get gas to the grill. Okay. This also has power stabilizers. One switch controls both rear, and the switch up front controls both front. You don't lift the trailer with those, you just steady it. Okay. You also have a refrigerator out here, of course. Okay, so you have outside speakers, you have a power awning with LEDs. You have a TV signal out here and some power if you want to hang a TV out there or set a TV outside. That's your furnace vent, of course. Now with this particular trailer, you notice that the door, if the door is all the way open when you're going to put the awning out, it'll hit the door, so you want to make sure you have it at 90-degree angle from the wall when you're taking it in and out. Okay, there's your front switch for the stabilizers. You're getting a hitch with this. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control, so we'll show you how that operates when you pick up. You have two cranks, 3/4 inch crank, and this crank, which is a cylinder with a slot cut in it. The reason you have that is, for example, if your stabilizers, your power stabilizers happen to stop working for some reason. Let me see where we can get to this here. Let me walk to the back where I can show you. You can see you have on the off door side, you have of your stabilizers, you have a shaft with a pin through it. So that cylinder with a slot cut in it on the crank will fit right on there. And so you can crank these manually in an emergency if you need to. Okay? Now, get back over here. Let's see what else we have in here. So you just have lights. I'll open the other door over there, but you can see there's your dump hose, there's a coiled sprayer, your 50 amp power cord. Okay, so you have two LP tanks, two 20-pounders. You have a power tongue jack. This one can be operated manually too if you pull that plug on it in an emergency. You have a deep cycle marine battery, and it has a kill switch. So if you want to shut the battery off, you can turn this to the left. But right now the battery's connected, but it's a quick way to disconnect it if you need to. Okay, so you get there's your power cord, your short cord. You also get a reducer to reduce it down to 30, and then again down to 20. There's like your coiled sprayer, like I said. These are your water hookups here. So the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup right there. Hook the water up, turn it on, you're all set. Now if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you the switch for the pump when we get inside. If you have city water, you don't have to worry about the pump or the tank, of course. This is a black tank flush here. So after you dump your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, let's find the tanks here. They're over here. So the black is toilet water and waste. The gray is sink and shower water. After you dump the black one and you leave the valve open, you have to leave the valve open. You would hook the hose of the dump station onto here, turn it on, it'll spray out the inside of your black tank, wash it out, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. But like it says on that sticker, you always want to have that valve open. This is just your see that white gate valve there, that's to dump your fresh water tank. Okay. There's different kinds of slide outs. This one is called an AccuSlide, in case you need to know. They're all different types. This one's an AccuSlide. This is where your power cord hooks up. This is our shop cord here. I showed you your dump area. You have, first of all, if you can see up at the top, there's a housing. That means this is pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera. So you could add the backup camera anytime you want. We have them here. You can get them elsewhere. Just make sure you get the right camera to fit in that housing. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 60-90 days you should inspect the roof. What you're doing is you're looking for damage to the roofing attachments and roofing material that could be caused by, let's say, low branches or road debris flying up there. Then you look at the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation where water could get through. And if you see any issues, take care of it immediately. The reason you inspect it is just to stay ahead of things in case something does happen. It doesn't happen too often, but it does happen, so you'd be ahead of it and you can keep your trailer nice and dry inside. Okay? Just should be part of your regular maintenance. Now this is your water heater. This is an on-demand water heater. I'll show you how it operates inside. This is the master switch. Right now he's got it off. I'm going to turn it on so we can see it. But I'll show you how that works when we get inside. Gives you non-stop flow of hot water. Okay, this is where the coiled sprayer hooks up right here. And I showed you. This switch is locked, of course, but this is just the hookups for cable and satellite, that sort of thing. And that's just to get basically video to your trailer. Okay. So let's go inside. We first come in the door. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not, get it serviced. It's very important, obviously. This is your control panel. Your slide room is right here. Okay, your power awning. I already told you about keeping the door in the right position. But your awning right here. Okay. The light, let me get that on for you. There we go. You can see it right there. I'll just extend this all the way. Like so. Never leave it out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. Otherwise it'll get damaged by the weather for sure. This is your water pump here. The water pump, remember, is to use to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Okay. You have tank heaters. So all of your holding tanks, your gray tank, your black tank, and your fresh water tank have heating pads on it. So you can extend your camping season to stay out longer in the fall and early winter and go out earlier in the late winter and early spring. So they heat up your tanks so they don't freeze and you can extend your camping season. Of course you have your lights here. These are all your levels. Batteries charged, fresh water, black, so on and so forth. Okay. Keys hanging right here. All the locks are key to like, so you don't need a whole fist full of keys. So your television, this is the remote here. Your television is more than just a TV. It has FM radio, it has Bluetooth, it has 2 speaker zones. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. And you have HDMI hookups to plug anything into it that you want to, like a portable Blu-ray player or anything like that. So you have that. And it's probably on a bracket, yes. It's on a swing out bracket. Okay. Alrighty. Your fireplace works on 110 AC, and it's also a space heater, so it's a really good heater. You can see right now it's flashing H, which is the fan speed, so I can shut it off, the fan. Now it's on low. Now it's on high. It's really kicking out the heat. You can also change the color of the crystals. And you have a timer on it. You can increase the heat, reduce the heat. So you can see right there. So it has a lot of functions. Right now it kicks out the heat. So on those days where where it's not quite cold enough to run the furnace, you can just run this off of campground power, and it'll take the chill out for sure. Okay. Alrighty. So next, this is the one for your blind here. This is normally shut. You never travel with this glass top open. You always have it closed like this. Let me see if he's got the gas turned on. If not, I'll just talk you through it. You have 3 knobs here for the burners, and then this one is for the oven, and this is your sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark. Yeah, so it's that simple. The oven's a little bit different. It has a pilot light all the way at the bottom in the back. You can see it sparking back there, right? So you go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, you depress this, keep it depressed during the whole lighting process. You spark it till you see the pilot light back there light. Once it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you want. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You got a kind of an ambient light there, then you have an oven light below. Okay. Let me look outside real quick. Okay. This is your power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in to shore power, you have 110 AC circuit breakers here like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, so there's 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Also, it'll sense what type of batteries you have, and it'll make sure if your batteries are low, it'll send as many amps necessary to charge your battery. This is as long as you're plugged in. So it's also a battery charger. So it's an AC distribution center. It converts AC to DC power, plus it charges your battery when you're plugged in. So it does all that. That's the power converter. Your refrigerator is 12 volt DC refrigerator. So it has a compressor, but it runs on 12 volt DC. Of course, your bunks are here. Alright. Your thermostat, it's very simple. You just poke it here. Right now you see, I don't know if you can see it, but we're at mode off. You can go through all the different modes. We'll keep it off for now. Fan speed, shut that off. So I didn't turn anything on, but you can see how you select whatever one you want. And if you were to keep turning this again, it'll select the temperature you want. Okay? Your bathroom, the shower works like any other shower. You have a sink that works like any other sink. This toilet works like all RV toilets do, in that it sits over a black tank. Okay, so you have a flush pedal right here. You can't use it dry, so that means you have to put chemical and water in it. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, then you come over here and you step on the pedal. First of all, you'll put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll step on the pedal and hold it down long enough to put at least a gallon of water in there along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon, but don't use less. After you do that, you're all set till the next time you dump it. So you do that procedure every time you've dumped your black tank and you're going to start camping again. You got to repeat that procedure. If you don't, it's consider using it dry, and it'll get clogged up for sure, and the smell will be terrible. So you'll only make that mistake once, so you always want the chemical and the water in there. This is the control for your water, your on-demand water. It's set to 120 Fahrenheit. You can take it up and down here. You can change from Fahrenheit to Celsius there. Now if this doesn't work, there's two safeties built in. If there's no gas supply, it will not work, obviously. If there's no water supply, it will not work. So the burner will not light, period, without water. So to get a water supply, you have to hook up your city water, right? And of course there'll be water available. If you don't have city water, you have to have water in your fresh water tank with the water pump on, and it'll work then. Otherwise, it will not work. So always make sure you have the gas turned on and you have a water supply. Okay, it's very simple. You just turn on your hot water valve and it'll start giving you hot water. You also have a fan up here. This is your packet with all your information in here, all your extra stuff. Now this table is in the down position right now. You should always travel when it's in the down position like it is. It also has a strap on it. That way it won't bounce around and break something. You know, break a window or dent something. But it also turns, as you can see, turns into a bed. So you use the cushions to fill in the space and you got an extra bed. So you got the front bedroom, you got this, and then the two bunks. So it's quite a bit of sleeping area. Okay. So let me go to the last but not least here. That's an emergency window there. You have TV hookups there, plus there's a backer plate on the wall to put a bracket if you choose to. This is the reason this is a 50 amp system. It's pre-wired for a second air conditioner if you want to add it. So that's what this is telling us here. That if you want to add a second air conditioner, you remove this vent and drop the new one in, and the wire is already there to be connected, that sort of thing. So if you're interested, we do that also. But it's pre-wired because it's a 50 amp system for a second AC. Alright, and then of course there's storage under the bed, as you can see, and a little bit more when you pull the bed platform up. Alrighty, the rest is just storage. Another thing to keep in mind is if your family uses a lot of Wi-Fi like people do, you can scan this, and this is pre-wired for this device here. And you can scan it to learn more about it. It consists of an antenna on the roof, a Wi-Fi antenna on the roof, and it consists of a router box that would fit right over here. What it does, you know, you can get 4G through it, but people generally aren't interested in that part of it because unless they work from the trailer or something like that. But people are more interested in the public Wi-Fi booster. So keep in mind that you can get better Wi-Fi. All your devices will hook up to this router, and then the router hooks up to through the antenna to the public Wi-Fi, so you get a much better signal. So that's another pre-wire if you're interested. Okay, so let me look around. I think that does it. Let me thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Keep in mind what I said about inspecting the roof every 60 to 90 days. Should be part of your regular maintenance to make sure nothing's going wrong up there. You can't see what's happening up there unless somebody goes up there and looks, so that's important. And right now the antifreeze has been purged from the system, replaced with fresh water, so it's all set for camping for the summer. Okay? Thank you.